I didn't know what the outcome was going to be until we won. But there's Humble's six-pack Roadrunner. Oh, I can't rev it. Well, I don't know what the deal is, but we come out of it with our skin. There goes that critter. Good day, everybody. Humble George here. I got a very interesting thing sent my way. SingleRacer, we talk back and forth from time to time in emails, and he had a something that was on his mind. He said, "I found these wonderful looking cars on Assetto land, Humble, but you know me, I don't like the high performance cars. I like the looks of them, but I want to drive just a car that normal people could have fun with. Do you think you could do anything to help me return these back to drivable without without it going all over the place? These are drift cars and they're made to do special things." Okay. Well, I never gave that too much thought till about 2 days ago on my own, but not this type of car. So this is what we've got. This is the top of the line car that he wanted me to look into right here. It's obviously it's a Dodge Challenger, and then the next one was this thing. Now you can't see it real good because of the color, but I'm going to show you very shortly in depth. Then there was this nice Nissan Silvia, and then this really 2020 Supra uh, bizarre rascal. Now this one, take a look as we're evaluating what we've got here. Take a look at the horsepower curves and take a look at, now see, here's brake horsepower, and then the other one obviously is the torque. So and they tell you right here. So look at what we've got, how it builds its stuff. Let's take a look at what we're given. It was designed to be a drift car. The author is VDC, so we're believing that that's who it was. These are the numbers right down here. It's got almost 1,000 horsepower. The sound that it's getting, it doesn't tell us by who, but now we go back to the little Sylvia. That's got 847 horse, and it's got a nice curve to it, good and strong right to the top. And it gets it from the Kuno's Nissan Skyline R34. So that's where it's getting that from. Alrighty. Now, come on back up here to the Viper, and we don't know where its sound is coming from, but it's got 1,404 horsepower. Scary to many people, but I'm used to stuff with, well, that's not a hardship for me. Here's the fellow who was the author of it, and it was designed strictly for drifting. And that's what these cars are designed for. Now take a look what we got here. Babango, the torque, it jumps right up heavy. A lot of torque, but even and steady on the horsepower. Pretty interesting. I'd like to take a look at that power curve loot. Well, not the loot, but the little file when I get a chance. But here's what we got. 565 horse. That's about what these things have, I think, right out of the box. And it gets its sound from a Shelby Cobra 427, and it's again reasonable. These all have reasonable curves to them. Let's take it to the showroom and see what we can evaluate from this. Now, what we're doing here is, I'm in the back seat, unfortunately. Hang on, let me get to where the car actually is. All right, here's the cute little car. Orange isn't the worst color we could have picked. So we take a look at it. It's got the wide body flares. It's got an interesting looking setup here. And what happens if we go to the car and we check for animations? Nothing there. Nothing there. Wipers? No wipers. Okay, so we don't have any animations to worry about. We can hear the sound of the engine. Yep, that sounds like the AC Cobra. No big, that's not a nasty thing. Now let's come up here and take a look at the front of the car. Now what's supposed to happen is these rascals here are supposed to be scoops. Either this is a scoop or that's a scoop, but they're not supposed to all be lights. And if you look at this, I'm not, now listen to me. first thing I'm not trying to do is look for faults and flaws that would. I'm not making fun of whoever made this. I didn't make this car. I'm looking at it for the first time. But we're noticing that this is not well. It's a scoop. Number one, it's not supposed to have those things in it. Well, we're not going to worry about that right now. That's an incidental. Let's see if the lights do work. Bing. Okay, they do. All right. Well, you would really want this to come down to work, so it's got to go into the 3D editor in order to do that. That we know. And none of this is lit up right here. And we're looking at the camber. The camber is extremely slanted in the front, which is what you want for a drift car. So that's just par for the course. We expected that. Now, coming into the back, let's make sure we know what we've got for lights. All right, the outside ones come on, and then if we hit the brakes, bango, the whole thing takes off on us. All right, that's understandable. Now, what about the one on the top? Yep, that goes too. Now, what about flames? We've got one coming out of each side, which is perfectly fine. That's probably going to be more than enough anyway. Now, we look at the wheels. And the wheels are aluminum with, and I guess you can have different kinds of insert colors for the internals, which is fine. As again, I'm not grading the car job or to whoever made it. What I'm looking at is what will it take to bring this car to a drivable SingleRacer approved status, whereby it handles nice, drives nice, and we're going to have a problem with sparks coming off the bottom of the engine. It's sitting so low in the front. We're going to have to do some suspension alterations. I can tell you that's going to hit. And what do we got for the insides of these wheels? The wheels are they're not right either. But no offense, I'm just saying it just happens to be. We're evaluating to see what we need. Now we come in here. We've got the lights on. And we see that we've got nice lights lit up here, so that's happy. Let's take a look. Turn the lights off, then turn the lights on. We can see what happens here. Okay. Now let's look at the little ones over here on the handle. Do they light up? Yes, they do. Not very much, but they do. All right. Now this must be something special, and these could light up, but they don't. I guess. But we've got good instruments. What do we got up above us? Oh, all these are lit up nice. That's beautiful. That's nice. Okay, there's not a lot of that we have to monkey with or have any reason to. He's got that lit up nice. See, what you're going to find in this kind of a community is they go out a little farther on the limb to make things work. Now watch this. One thing he didn't think to do, though, if we return back to the original page, we could touch this in the center of the dash, and we might be able to get that thing. We might not. It's not neither here nor there. So let's get out of here for now. So we find out I've already driven the car. I know it launches and it runs, and let's go take a look at this one. Now get your peepers wiped off clean because you're going to want to see this. This thing is quite amazing. All right. Now, I don't know why we keep coming to this view, but let's just... All right, well, we're inside the thing, and we're noticing that we're looking down inside the engine, and look at the size of these magnetos. Holy shit, I think that's what they are. And what else have we got in here? Holy moly. We got really an interesting seat deal. This is quite bizarre. Roll cages up the yin-yang, but they're subdued, so you wouldn't really notice them, but they're shiny and nice. We got this obnoxious fucking thing right here, which is important, but if you wanted to return it to normal, you're going to have a time of your life monkeying with that. So, let's see, are we on the first page? Let's touch this thing and see what it is. It's the TX diffuse is common cloth, so that's a good thing. And then the other metal detail is what gives it the shine. Okay, let's progress and see what else we got. What's this made out of? The steering wheel. The steering wheel go to the TX diffuse, and this will show us what it is. Okay, this is the color, and this is the pattern of the thing right here with the sparkle and all. All right, so that's what it is. It's kind of two things in one. What about our seats? Our seats are called common cloth, which it sounds like it's the same thing that they used for the little warblers on the side to keep your face from getting smashed into the glass. Okay, let's get out of this here, and let's go to the little car, and let's hit the lights and see nothing happens interior wise. We have no lights. We do have over here we have a mirror, so that's good. But there's no interior lights to annoy the shit out of us apparently. And we do have a mirror that you can almost see out of over there. But let's go back one notch, and let's touch these little things on the wand here. There's the wand, but can we get the... No, we can't. Can we get the Motec? Oh, man. This ain't looking real friggin' promising. All right, what about over here? Can we get any of these? Oh, shit. Nope, that's the whole thing. Nope. Nope. Oh, this ain't looking real good. It's gonna... No, that's not gonna do it. Can we do the sparkle? Yeah, we could get the... Maybe we could get the spark. No, we can't. Okay, this ain't gonna look like worth... Well, hang on a minute. Don't go ape shit. Get back there. Forgive me. Let's get outside and take a look at this puppy. So we're not going to be able to do an awful lot with the interior as far as fleshing it out and making it look real cool. But take a look at this mean-looking son of a bitch right here. This is a mean-looking car, and it's not an excessive amount of slant to the front wheels. Let's take a look and see if we can get something to move here. Let's hit the lights and see what happens. All right, we've got lights outside. Let's hit the left door. Oh, look what we got here. Okay. All right. We've got one hell of a lot of turbocharger action, and it's fairly interesting to look at. And, oh yeah, it's definitely turbo to the fucking blowhole. It looks pretty cool, to be honest with you. Will the other door open too? No. Okay. What about flames? Oh, they come out of the front, and they come out of here. So we got dueling flame jobs, which is pretty interesting. As I said, this community really goes... In real life, they do dump a lot of money into these cars, and they are amazing. And they have a ton of horsepower, and they go like a bastard, which is what you'd expect. Okay, let's take a look at this texture. Wait, we got to go back. Take a look at the texture. Oh, come on. Come on, give me the texture. Oh, you shitting me? Okay. All right. This is a little blueprint of all the different things and the colors of them. And if we wanted to change anything on here, we would have to change it on this little blueprint. And it's doable, but it's not as high quality generally. It doesn't come out as good. So we're almost to the point of probably not being able to change a lot of that if we so choose. I mean, the car's going to kind of look like what the car looks like right now. But could we make it drivable? Pretty good chance of it, I would say. Pretty good chance. Let me shut this back down. That is pretty cool, by the way. Of all the cars in this pack, this is a sexy looking critter right here, I'll tell you. And you can see it does honestly breathe right through here. There's the intakes right there. It is amazing now. It is quite an interesting looking car. And the lights are on, but they're not all that bright in the front, but they're there. The red ones don't work yet, but they can. We've got 1, 2, 3. Let's go back one notch and see exactly what we do have. Okay, all those come on at the same time. Oh shit. That's not necessarily what we wanted. Let's click it again. No, no, no. Hit escape and try it again. Okay. We can get, oh God, all of it at once. That's not going to work out real good for us. I hate to tell you. Well, it was a thought. What about these little bastards? Okay, if you wanted to light them, you could, but that's not going to do us a lot. Well, it was a thought. Let's jump to the next car. Each one is interesting on its own. I would say to return this to, I don't think there is returning this to a normal driver. This thing with that hood is very elaborate. We can probably make it drivable. Now let's take a look at this little Sylvia. Okay, let's take a look at this puppy. Okay, so this is what we got. Now, there's going to be real drifters out there that are going to flip the flock out because I would try to change what they've done to make it a drift car. Now, here's something that I really like. I love to see the angle of the tire match the angle of the flared fender well. I think that's a mark of really pretty cool. I think that's a nice thing. And of course, I'm not here to make fun. I'm here to evaluate because the job I was given, humble, make these drivable for SingleRacer. They want to look cool, but they want to drive like a human being car, not like they're going to fly out into outer space or like some of the foolishness that I've sent him in the past. He just doesn't enjoy it at all. So there's no reason to make him eat liver if he don't like it. Okay, so we got lights that may be able to turn on in the front that only don't. And let's see what we got in the back. Those are on. Hit the brakes and see what happens. No, these upper ones don't do shit yet, but they can probably. The best way to find out is to go back one notch, move ourselves in so we can see, and then touch one. All right, they both come on at the same time. Now, if you're doing lighting, you need the name. So you go over to the three little balls and you find out the name. Rear light glass orange. That's the name of it. And since they both came on at once, that's the name of the deal. Now these little buggers right here, and they both came on at the same time. Those are, what's the name of these? Rear light glass reverse, which is what you would expect. And let's take a look at the license plate. Rear light, well, wait a minute. License plate. Oh, shit. There it is right there. It's called Platus Umamius. No, hang on. Platus C002. Okay, so we could light that up if we choose to. All right, Platus C002, and we don't have one in the front, so that'll calm us right down. All right, let's see what else we do have, though. What about this little guy? You don't want to do the whole clear glass. There he is. Okay, the front light bulb base, front light reflector. Hang on, hit escape again when it goes bananas. Let's try this one here. Okay, well, there's that one. Let's get the name. Front light detail glass 1. And yeah, they're both coming on at the same time. So 9 out of 10, that other little guy, I'm sorry, guys, I can't do everything at once. Yeah, they do come on both at the same time. All right, so that's the name of that tune. All right, so let's get on in. Oh, you ball twacker. I hit it too many times. See, escape and F1 are not that far apart, and this is what I wanted. I want to find out what we got for lights on the inside. Well, we got 2 little carnival lights. All right, 2 little carnival lights, and well, we got this critter here for the boost, so we know it's turboed. But now we're starting to look at some decent texturing. All right, you can tell that this is not going to come from some little flappy piece of gumbo, but it's going to have its own thing. It's called Leather 2 DDS, and if you hit the 3 little balls, it'll show you roughly what it's going to be. It'll show you the dimension of it, 512 by 512, which is a reasonable size. Anything smaller than that, it's not going to have an awful lot of detail. And they're using Alcantara black for this, and that's what this looks like. But you tell me, does that look black to you? It don't look black to me. It looks actually grayer than the other thing did. But now, here's the thing. Let's go back, since we know we've got the lights on already, don't we? Yes, they're on. Let's go touch these little down here. Ah, take a look at all that. All these just lit up, so we can light those up. We can light those up. We can light those up. Light those up. I'm sorry, I don't mean to get there. All those can light up. So we got some things that we can light up nicely. All you have to do is get them to highlight, and you can light them. And do we want anything up here to highlight? Well, we probably could get that if we wanted to. We could, but there's no reason to do it. Okay, so this is going to be decent. We can get a decent interior out of this one at least. So there we are. And again, not real severe when it comes to the angle of the front wheels. So it shouldn't be too awful bad to throw another, might be able to throw another seat on the other side, and we'll see if we could do that, and maybe we can chrome these bars or do something with them so you can see out the back. Maybe turn them to glass. Um, let's see if we've got flames. Yes, we got 4 flames, and they're nicely set. We could chrome the piss out of it if we want to. We could do that. The wheels are already nice, so there's no reason to change them. All right, so there's our little Drift Sylvia. Cool little kid. Now we got only one more to take a look at, and this is this rascal here. And this has got 969 horse, and it's reasonably the arcs here. It doesn't. We don't have any idea what the sound is, but let's bring it into the showroom. Okay. It only has the one skin, so it's designed to be. Oh yeah. Take a look at the angle of them front wheels. When you see this, you know damn well it's designed for drifting and drifting all day long, which is what it's designed for. And it looks like a fairly decent type of a deal. Let's check again. Let's find out what we got for lights. Okay, the dashboard lit up. These rascals lit up. How about the brakes? Just a single one up there, I guess. Now, since we're back here, how about the flames? Yeah, we have one for either side. All right. Now, does any of the animations work? Nope. Wipers? Nope. Okay, no big deal. Blurred rims don't seem to. It doesn't have any blurred rims. That means we could change the wheels easy if we wanted to. All right, let's go inside and see what happens. All right, let's monkey with the lights a little bit. Okay, the dash comes on a little bit, but as far as these other ones, we got to go back one. Oh, all this can be lit up. All that can be lit up. That can be lit up. You probably could get that. Might be able to get that. So there's a few things we could light up. We could put another seat in it. We could maybe do something with the roll cage. It doesn't seem to have a very good texture to it right now. Let's go back one and take a look at it. It's called Roll Cage DDS, and let's take a look. Okay, it's a big mess of all kinds of bizarre gumbo. All right, but that don't mean you can't take carbon fiber and name it Roll Cage DDS and have it look really super. We don't know if we can or not. That's a thought. So that's where we are with this one. Wait a minute, what the fuck? We don't have any mirrors? We don't, what the fuck is that? It's car body. We ain't got no mirrors. Well, is that a kick in the bag? Okay, that I would say is an obstacle to overcome. We have no mirrors. All right. Well, Humble, what are you going to do about that? I guess I'm going to learn how to put mirrors in the bitch, ain't I? Or we ain't going to have any. And that's the name of that tune. And let's take a look at the car to see if it's worth it. Well, it's pretty interesting. It's got an interesting paint scheme. It's I'm not telling you I like the looks of it because it's too new looking for me. And look at the, as I say, it is made for drift, but there's nothing going to be sparking underneath. It's nice to know we're riding on about this much tire right here, but to each their own. I don't know. So the job is to return one car at a time. Actually, he only said, Humble, if worst comes to worst, just do this one for me. So let's go back to that one. And I'm not going to do the whole thing tonight. I'm just going to show you this little bit of a preview so that you can see where I'm going to start from to do something with this car. Now, you know I'm going to want to put Dr. Doom's Lab's um, little grills on top of the bitch. Or, yeah, I'm probably going to want to do that. Well, I'm not going to begin it tonight, but this is where we start a project, is an evaluation, get a rough idea what it's going to take. Now, the second thing we want to do is I can't show you here, but we can calm this down and go right to the folders. Now, this is our main place to look for evaluations. We open it up, and what do we see? Well, we see we have no data folder. And if we look at textures, we see we've got flames, but that's all we got for textures. So what do we do about that? Well, there's two programs that we're going to need to employ, which is going to be a good idea. Um, let's look at the animations. It's shift and steer. Okay, that's normal. All right, let's we're going to have to do this anyway, so let's do it. Let's go to documents, to the assetto corsa car tuner right there. Double click him, fire his little ass up, bring him over to where we can see, and take a look at this rascal. Let's get a color you can see. And we just got to rename it. SingleRacers. And we hit. Now, Michael was asking me, why can't we swap the engines and do all kinds of shit right here? Well, I don't know how to do that real well like this, so I'm not going to try. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Create Tune, and it jumped down there, so that means what we have just accomplished is this. We can not worry about this one. We come down to SingleRacers and open them up. Now we've got a data folder. Didn't do anything for our textures, so what we have to do now is take a KN5 converter and come up like this and just double click it. And it will begin over on the left hand upper side of your screen to unpack all these things. And it's just going to be extremely important if we're going to do this project. So we have to be able to find out what the textures are, and it's going to take its time, and it's going to tell us how. And I've never seen it shit the bed yet, but it looks like it's squeezing one right on the sheets right now. Fuck. That's as far as we're going to get. I'll wiggle this thing and see what happens. Now, I think we're fucked. I don't know why. That's not a good sign, I'll tell you right now. All right, I'm just going to stop it. Let's go take it to texture. Oh, well, fucking hey. We've got a ton of textures now. We've got a lot of them. I don't know why it did that. There's the plates, the radiator, the glass dials, the regular glass, full chrome. Do we have common chrome? Nope. What's this thing? All right. What's this thing? So usual a cat. Okay. Chrome. All right. Let's do this again. Must have hit a snag somewhere. There we go. Keep that's still doing it. See? Ah, press any key to exit, and we got her. Alrighty. So there we go. Now we know that's not going to bugger us up. Now let's go to the data and let's see if it's encrypted. Nope, it's not encrypted. These are normal things. If it was encrypted, we're dead in the water right then and there. Let's see what we got for tires. Version 10s, good, and they're all orderly and done nice. Now we've only got 245 for width in the front, which ain't dookie. We got 295 in the back, which is a little better than the 10 speed. Let's look at the analog instruments. Okay, normal. Physic by Orbit 4L, 4 liter. That's cool. And let's look at the digital instruments. Okay, there ain't dookie. We don't have jack shit for digital instruments. Okay. Oh, is this the one that doesn't have? No, this has mirrors. How do you know, Humble? Well, we'll go to the textures and we'll do it this way. Watch. Large icons. And fucking don't look like it to me. It should say mirror placement. I don't see jack shit. All right. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? All right, hang on. Balls McCarthy. Is this the one that doesn't have them? No, it's good. I don't know. Let's go see. I think this has them. Just bear with me a minute. Yeah, this has mirrors. I don't know why they weren't showing up, but it has them. Okay, good. All right, well that's how you begin, guys. That's how you begin. You start out like that and find out where the bear shits in the buckwheat. Paraphrase. And so what will end up will it's good that it was that way because it'll save this one, the original that I'm highlighting right now. I know you can't see worth of shit because it's tiny, but bear with me. This is going to keep the original one original. This is the one we're going to work on. See if we can get into the 3D editor and do anything with it. And it'll say SingleRacers, and that's where I'm going to begin. The next one. But this was my idea: extra chrome, extra lights, good flames, and that was the name of that tune, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll keep you posted, and we'll see how we do. So my best lap was a 45.030, and next to Sylvia had a good time of 49. 45, oh, well, there's 45, 118. That thing didn't do so friggin' good. And the Dodge didn't do so friggin' good either. Oh well, life goes on in the fast lane. So that's where we are, guys. I hope you enjoy this one, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless you now.